On April 10, 1979, a giant tornado tore through the city of Wichita Falls, Texas. Weather forecasters that day were on edge, monitoring an increasingly volatile atmosphere, and they knew deadly tornadoes would strike that day. The only question was where. Early that afternoon, tornadoes ravaged the nearby towns of Vernon and Harold, monstrous storms that took even meteorologists by surprise. This tornado was smaller but still violent, with winds spinning at over 200 miles per hour. It touched down near Seymour, northeast of Abilene, and the storm that spawned it intensified and marched northeastward. Eventually, the storm turned more easterly, known to meteorologists as a right mover. These storms often produce the most intense severe weather, and what happened over the next several minutes, beginning around 6 o'clock that evening, was to that point the most damaging tornado in American history. This is the storm 4 miles southwest of Wichita Falls. The massive, churning wall cloud reaches toward the ground. Witnesses report seeing as many as 3 separate vortices rotating around each other. Multiple vortex tornadoes produce nature's most violent winds, and this one became a spiraling monster that took direct aim at Wichita Falls. The size and power of the tornado surprises even weather spotters trained to track these types of storms. After touching down just a few miles southwest of the city, the tornado quickly intensifies as it moves into town. The tornado is so wide, some residents don't realize what they're looking at, like this photographer who was blown into his garage. Only luck saved his life.
Anyone in the sound of my voice, there is a tornado on the ground near the Psych Center area in Wichita Falls. Please take cover.
The tornado reaches a diameter of over 1 mile wide as it barrels down one of the busiest streets in the city.
35, let's say about 10 city blocks wide. That's a big one, Vic.
The damage path through Wichita Falls is more than 8 miles long, 47 miles in total. It leaves the city the way it entered it, multiple vortices spiraling around each other, leaving tragedy and destruction in its wake. The following morning, sections of Wichita Falls are unrecognizable. Entire neighborhoods are gone, landmarks swept away. Residents paint the names of their streets on the curb just so they can find their way around. Possibly the worst damage is at McNeil Junior High School on the southwest edge of town. A large concrete and steel reinforced structure left in ruins. Over 20,000 people were left homeless after the storm, 1/5 of the city's entire population. A total of 45 people lost their lives. But despite the magnitude of the destruction, Wichita Falls residents stood strong. They rebuilt their battered city, including McNeil Junior High School, shown here as it is today. Neighborhoods eventually returned, first houses and then trees. Today you would almost never know what happened here on that terrifying day. If you look hard enough, though, you can still find signs, like flat rectangles of concrete where residents chose not to rebuild their homes. But today, 30 years later, even these scars have mostly healed. One of the worst weather disasters in American history, Terrible Tuesday will never be forgotten. But to residents of this Texas town, it was just one day, and they will proudly tell you there have been countless better days, and many more to come.